know, my name is Cicely Santa, level 3 student for Dancing for Him Ministry School. And my activation at this time is from the book Transforming Journey. And this will be out of the chapter Vision, Flaws, and Gifts. Paul and the Journey of Fire. And so when we think of fire, of course, when it comes to God, he uses fire to refine us, to shape us, to mold us into what he desires us to be. And so for this particular activation, it will be a game of charades. And we are going to be using the song Change Me by Mrs. Tamala Mann. And we're going to be focusing on some spatial environment. So it'll be same, similar, and contrast movements. And so same, as we know, would be exactly the same. And so if our hands are out to this side, then if we're in line with someone else, they would have the same movement, same direction. And so similar means it looks like it, but it's not exactly it. And so again, if one person has their arms up like this, similar can easily be that other person is turned to the other side. Or then you can have someone in the middle. Everyone is raising their hands up, but it's just slightly different direction. And of course, contrast means something totally different. And so if one person's hands are like this, then someone else can be like this to the side. And so we understand that. And so for this particular activation, there are about 6 people that I chose where God and between God and Jesus changed their names into a different name. They changed them into what God or Jesus was going to change them into, or what he had promised them. And so each group would pick a person. They're going to come up and they're going to be giving someone in the Bible what their name was, and then also what their name was changed into. And so everyone will be given that list. They'll also be given then about 10 minutes to do a little bit of research. And they're going to find out what the situation was, why their name was changed, and what was the situation surrounding the change. And so the 6 people are going to be Abram to Abraham, as we know, Lo-Ami to Ami, Sarai to Sarah, Simon to Peter, Hosea to Joshua, and from Jacob to Israel. And so we're going to be focusing on same, similar, and contrast moves. So I'm just going to go ahead and give you one example. I'm just going to show what one group can do with Sarai and Sarah. And so as we know, God gave Sarai and Abram a promise that they would be, Abraham would be father of many nations. And Sarai, she kind of didn't believe God because it made her laugh a little bit. They were pretty old. And so she laughed a little, even tried to rush the process with having Abram, create a child with one of their servants. And but yet she still stuck by Abram. And so if we use Abram to Abraham, we remember God gave him a promise, and then the promise was fulfilled. And so I'll go ahead and show you maybe a one count of 8, and to see, a suggestion on what that group can do. Okay? 5, 6, 7, 8. Of how we can act out those particular names and changes. And so prayerfully that, this will be something that you can share with your team, something you can do as an activation, or also you can possibly use it to be the foundation of a dance presentation. So hopefully you learned something, and thank you so much for sharing this time with me. And most of all, keep dancing for him.